Good morning everyone. Today we will be doing a part C section again. So this is the topic. This is the text 2. I already did the text 1. Now this is the text 2. Let me show you the question first. So you can take time to read the question. And now I will be showing the passage to you. See, I won't be telling you again and again post the video, manage by yourself. I will be rather focusing on the discussion section here. It's not, I am not aiming for showing you the question and making you do. I expect that you will be, by now you have done this. You had done this, okay? So I will be mainly focusing on this thing. Otherwise, if you are doing now, you just mute and do by yourself now itself in the same video if you want. It's totally up to you. Let me show you with the questions now. So what is the question? I won't be able to zoom much more than this. It will be okay. So what according to the first paragraph is the aim of the passage? What is the aim? Okay. Now we have to understand what is the aim. For that we can take the passage itself. Okay, actually here the name has been aim has been explained in. It's not mentioning aim, goal, task, nothing. They have expanded that aim into a lengthy sentence which is difficult for you to identify. There has been a need to discuss. So why? It's now there is a need to discuss about something. That's the reason why they are writing this passage. Okay, there has been a need to discuss. So from here, that's their aim. Importance of increasing representation of people with disability. Actually keyword, I will be showing you now the keyword. Say answer is D. In this employing. So it's like employing disabled professionals. It's a lengthy sentence. Employing means increasing representation of disabled professional people with disability in the medical field. So medical disabled healthy professional, that is people with disability in the medical field. Employing increasing representation and to outline. So we have to increase, importance of increasing, that's the reason. And to outline some of the obstacles, and along with that we have to outline some of the obstacles that health professions and training encounter in pursuing or continuing medical practice. So we have, first of all we have to increase the representation, increase the employment. Now here in the last sentence we can get considers the positive impact the greater number of physicians with disability might have on health outcomes for patients with disability. So here he is telling like that if the patient also has this disability, there will be more outcome. So actually the answer has been splitted to the first line and the last line. So aim we can expect mostly in the first line, thus, therefore, like that, or otherwise in the starting. So it should be either, mostly it could be heading or it could be the conclusion. Not necessary. I am just expecting. So this is the reason. This D is the answer. 15D, employing disabled professional for improved outcome. So splitted answer, and it's not a direct synonym, difficult to understand. See, we are mainly focused on the disabled person, not on the varied treatment modes. So these treatment modes is, that's the reason why this is the wrong answer. So although this diversifying has been mentioned, but they are more focused on the disabled people. Consideration of positive impact of disabled people, yes, they are considering, but that is not the aim. There are we have to employ them. See, this employ. So this is the reason. So somewhere when we strike few words, we will be getting the correct option. Okay, so you can strike in your examination. So sometimes if you can come back and read the question, and you shouldn't spend time on one question itself. You just have to mark and go. So it's like you can give a strike over the why you cancel that answer. Later if you get time, you can come back and recheck. So at that time it will be easy for you. So diversifying in the first paragraph refers to, here is the diversifying. Please take time to read. Answer is here in this line. Please take time to read the next paragraph also. See, actually accommodation does have several meaning. So one meaning is convenient arrangement, settlement or compromise. Understanding. So we are familiar with only house, rental places, accommodation, house and all. But there are also other meanings also to this. Adjustments, any agreement, adaptation, settlement. So these are the another meaning. See, actually I went directly with the meaning. It's not I went and read this. It's actually difficult to understand from here also. Health profession and disability have a wealth of knowledge. So professional disabilities, health professionals, disabled professional have a wealth of knowledge about and experience in achieving goals through adjustment or accommodating that could benefit patients with disability. So it will be beneficial for the other persons, patients, and diversify health professions. So actually here it means it will be developing, that is the meaning. Anyway, at least we can strike this option extend and engage. Then this only the two confusions will happen, improve or develop. Improve the condition or develop the condition, develop the situation. Take time to read this question. It's please take time to read this. See, related to this, these are the two confusing answer for you. So the meaning with the develop is change, to bring a change. So if we are including medical professionals who are disabled, that is a change that is want to happen. Improve means that is develop. So improve means make something better. It's not that is not the so it's like more than improve. Develop means something change with specific. Develop is to change with a specific direction or progress. Let me show you that over here. See, if you study like this, it will be taking time for you. But it will be better for your long term. Is improve is to make something better. At the same time, develop means change with a specific direction. So there is a develop, change, a specific direction. Include this disabled person. Progress. It's a progress. So that's the meaning. Now, according to the paragraph 3, what purpose does updation of technical, what is the purpose of updation of technical standards serve? According to the passage 3, paragraph 3. So, this is the paragraph 1, this is the paragraph 2. If you spend time to read of this time, it happens if you won't notice the question. So this is the passage 3, take time to read. Pause the video to watch the and to read the entire paragraph. Let me move on. According to the paragraph 3, what purpose does updation? Because of updation, what purpose does updation of technical standards serve? Standard, we actually saw one setting standard. Okay, so setting standards for applicants, that is the what is written in the passage. And technical standards serve. See, technical stand in the question, it's 7th question, technical standards serve. Actually that is a trap which we might fall. See, standard, so we our eye will be noticing over there, but that's not the case. It's a standard for applicants. What is the purpose? I already told you, you have to focus on although, however, and so, but, like that. So now pay attention. See, I started like this, although, however. I was just searching for this to guide. So either I will be reading the starting of the sentence, or I will be reading the however, although I will be marking like that. Then standard, this is first I thought this could be the answer, but then it's like for applicants, so that is not the case. And here it is like aim, purpose. Mostly it will be in the starting or the ending. Starting in, so let's see the starting. So although, see, it's starting, although the Americans with Disability Act of 1990 requires programs, here is the sentence up to here. And here they are discussing, see, this is others' opinion, it's not the writer's opinion. Samuel let him tell whatever he wants, no one cares about that. See, this is about another person. No, we are not focusing on the what the writer's opinion, what the writer says. What is the purpose? why the writer wrote this. Okay, so here if you read, it is actually a waste of time for you. Although the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 requires programs receiving federal financial assistance to provide reasonable accommodation unless if they are not doing so will pose an unexpected difficult hardship. Medical students with disabilities are often denied accommodation. Then actually here is a comma, so we can have to mainly focus over comma means next sentence is starting over the. Although the Americans, so answer is C, to widen the definition of cognition required. One second, actually this here is the act, this is the definition, Disability Act, okay, of 1990. Okay, so whenever there is a law or something, at that time mostly it will be, one second, so whenever there is a law at that time, that 1990, 7082, so that is the law, that is the act, so there is a need for definition, improvement of the definition. That's what they say over here, to widen the definition of cognition required. Now let's see what is the meaning of cognition. So it's like cognition means perception. Perception means view, awareness, learning new thing, perception. So it's like mental action or process of acquiring knowledge. It's a new idea. So that could be the meaning.
Cognition.
Okay. In simple term, it's a new awareness, it's a new perception. So that's how we can understand. Since I have to show you, that's the reason why I am showing. So we will be able to manage without the meaning also, but sometimes the same vocabulary could be repeating also. Okay, let me move on. Cognition, perception, to widen the definition of the awareness idea required. See, here it is widen and here it is narrow. We don't have to narrow. Actually, you know, from this word, this narrow, okay, it's a trap actually. Here is that word narrow, narrow interpretation. And in the question they told from the passage 3, paragraph 3. So this here, if you read that, if you miss that point from the paragraph 3, you will go for this narrow word. So that's why it's not narrow interpretation. See. So in the third paragraph they started with the definition itself. Now major barriers to accommodation are due to lack of I am just showing you the page. I won't be even showing you the which paragraph it is. So this is the next page. So what happened? I expected the answer in the, so order wise. I was expecting the answer in the order wise. See, this is the fourth question, major barriers to accommodation. So I automatically started reading the next paragraph. But when I started reading in addition to barriers, so actually over here they are talking about barriers in addition to barriers posed by technical. So they were actually saying there are other barriers also. So one barrier is in addition to barriers. So there is a barriers posed by this thing, but here it will be there are several other barriers that will be they are going to tell. So I understood it won't be here. Then I moved to the next first page itself, and here it is there because I can't underline over here another barrier. So it's like second point. Okay. What is the major barrier? So actually the sentence, the paragraph is from here, one barrier, major barrier, one barrier to entering the medical profession. So, and here they are not discussing about the barriers. So the answer we already strike and we skip this second passage and went paragraph and went. But the answer is in the second paragraph which I strike itself. Is entering the medical profession that people with disability face this narrow interpretation of medical school technical standard. Okay, now we will be reading the option. Actually, C is the answer. Here they are actually telling narrow interpretations of medical school technical, lack of narrow interpretations. So Fetter proposes ways of refining and updating technical standard that focus on abilities rather than on limitation of medical students with disability. So they are focusing on the abilities rather than the limitations of refining and updating technical standard. So someone proposes that. Here actually the answer is splitted, first line and this line. See, one barrier, main barrier, one barrier to entering because another barrier in addition to barrier. One barrier to entering the medical profession that people with disability face. One problem is narrow interpretation of technical standard. And he is explaining what are the narrow interpretation, that is why they have given hyphenated over here. And then it's like here it's like nothing, no major points are not there, some names has been given, and one person proposes there is a refining and updating technical standards. What happen is that you don't know, it happens, it's like you won't be knowing the meaning of refine. See, it's clarify, cleanse, clear. Refined oil, only we know, we might be knowing. It's like clarify, clear, improve, perfect, clarify. And now you see what is the, it's refine, synonym is clarify. on the criteria of assistance given. So it's like someone proposes, there is a lack, they are telling there is a lack of let it be A, and so, let it be A, and someone suggesting something to improve, clarify on the criteria for assistance given. This man is proposing something, it's not for future research on assistant. He is not mentioning anything about assistant, future research, do base of refining. It's not, he's proposing something, but that is not research. It's like, do he mention about discrimination against them? No, he's not mentioning anything that. Now statutory, let's see. It's something related, required, permitted, something related to law. See, if you know the meaning, it will be easy, and if you don't know the meaning, you can manage, but it won't be so much easy. It won't be that easy. Statutory frame, anything related to legal issues or anything, permission required, no strategy. So that is not the answer. So like this we finished this page. Okay. To overcome the obstacle, it is important to actually that question, previously discussed question, you might get answer here also. Refining technical standards to allow for greater inclusiveness, you might be getting. That refining, clarifying is the, but I haven't read here over here. I got the answer from the passage, paragraph 2. See, there might be, so each person have their own way to identify the answer. So I am not sure how you managed. You can take time to read. To overcome the obstacle, it is important to set a standard definition for disability. So actually, this is the definition. Standard definition is needed. So right now this is not a standard definition. Actually, I was confused in the beginning. It's like I was moving to the next paragraph. Then I was like undue hardships. And then I went, okay, it could be before that, to overcome the obstacles. So undue hardship I got somewhere, until and unless. Okay, from here itself I made this. This is the definition. So I know this is the definition. Now undue hardship. Needless strain is the meaning. See, in paragraph 3 refers to. So I took this as reference and I looked the questions. Sometimes it won't be possible. Now paragraph 4 states that concerns for deaf and hard of hearing includes. So the keyword is concerns for deaf and hard of hearing includes. Fourth paragraph, paragraph 4. Take time to read. Here, if you are reading here, it's like skim and scan. Here actually who are deaf and hard of hearing is coming. Here it's like patient with dyslexia, so we don't have to focus over only who are deaf. Okay. Changes. Actually, changes is like consider some of the ethical implications. Consider some of the ethical implications. So that is like change. Change brought in technical standard. Consider some of the ethical implication, that is known as change in the technical standard to allow for greater inclusiveness in health professions. Splitted answers is like changes, consider something better, brought in technical standards, that is talking about hearing and deaf. Only from one sentence you have to get specific implication due to greater inclusiveness. See, here if you see, 1 second, to allow for greater inclusiveness, and in the option it has been given due to greater inclusiveness. Specific implications in the passage, specific implication lead to greater inclusiveness, but they are telling here because of greater inclusiveness there will be specific implications. See, because due to and allow to is different, so that's why D is not the answer. Proposal to steadily, only one paragraph, one line we have to focus, because we have to do skim and scan and we directly move on to these changes. Dilemmas faced by the medical students, no, it's not, only we are focusing about the deaf and hard of hearing. Propose to study increase physician education, nothing is important, only from one line. And this is looking, because of this word inclusiveness, we might get trapped. It's a trap itself. Now the final paragraph emphasize in something they are focusing. Final paragraph emphasizing the view that take time to read. See, by now it's like, once again let me read the question. The final paragraph emphasizes the view that, how many of you have read the entire paragraph? Nothing wrong with that. Here say, this person considers perception of the medical profession it's like so many people are telling several things. Yes, the writer had included several persons to show that he want to say something. He want to make that point clear. That's the reason why he are taking support of other person. But what writer emphasize? It is in here. Some age related changes are there. The impact of aging. Now the second line itself is starting with impact, age related changes. Now impact of aging, cognitive awareness of perception or physician's perception or physical perception viewpoint. Physical ability has led to. So let's see the answer now. See, this is writer's opinion. Our age related changes are certainly a concern. So that's what writer, that's the heading or starting line itself, emphasizing aim, purpose, starting line. Okay, now, okay, this is the end. Okay, so we discussed which question today? Motivate. Okay, this is the part C section. So it's really challenging. I myself know we have to think a lot, but when you are practicing, you yourself have to find out your own answer in a different way or in a similar way, which will be helpful rather than doing thousands of reading or hundreds of reading. More than that, understand why you made the mistake. That will be beneficial. Thank you.